Today is Thursday, August 29, 2024. I'm Pastor Michael, and this is Wilderness Wanderings. Our text comes from Philippians 3. He will transform our lowly bodies so that they will be like his glorious body. Verse 21. The gospel story sounds too good to be true. It's the story of sheep rescued from a dark and fearful wilderness by the strong arms of a fierce shepherd. It's the story of children released from prison, of demons unmasked. It's the story of fearful disciples in a storm-tossed boat, the storm stilled by the command of their master. It's the story of sick people healed, of blind people seeing. It's the story of dead people coming to life. It is the story of the God-man. It is the story of God who is captured, sentenced, and crucified by his own people. His friends weep and his enemies laugh, and all because of a snake. The gospel is a story about a snake who experienced the thrill of evil victory. I have won, he hissed. God lays in the grave. But as the sun rose over the horizon, chasing the darkness from the garden, the guards ran with it, and the unexpected happened. The story turned. There was one more chapter to be written. The shepherd came out of the tomb. God was alive. Heaven and earth shouted for joy. The angels danced, and the Father smiled as his son went off to find his friends. And the snake? He lay in the dust, his head crushed, his tail quivering as life left him. It is a story that we are part of. That Sunday morning, many years ago, is our story. The resurrection is part of our Christian faith, its cornerstone. As we read the resurrection story, our hearts are stabbed with joy. We dance with the angels as good triumphs over evil. We are glad our faith is not in vain. Christ arose. But this life and this present world is subject to sin. We seldom think of sin as vanity, but it is. Life is vanity when it has no meaning. If we do not know the meaning of life, why live? Why do anything at all? Most people don't like that question because it is too deep. It gets too close to the answer that life is not worth living, and there's no purpose to it. This is the haunting refrain of the book of Ecclesiastes. Vanity means emptiness, fluff, a fistful of wind, a pocket full of nothing. It means to pay the mortgage for all your working days and then to die. It means working hard and running fast and getting nowhere. Vanity is a political speech that means exactly nothing. Vanity is a hope that tomorrow will be different, that there is gold at the end of the rainbow. Vanity is wisdom and folly, hard work and laziness, laughter, seriousness, and everything, because everything leads nowhere. In this life, we struggle against this sin. We fight against sin in our own lives. We struggle against sin in the world. We push against greed and we bite our tongues to keep from lying. We stand up for the oppressed and give money to the poor. We seek to elect politicians who strive for justice. When our eyes fill with longing for another's toys, we turn away. But so often it feels like it's all in vain. The world does not get any better, and we don't seem to either. We cry out with Paul, "What a wretched person I am! Who will rescue me from this body that is subject to death, vanity?" But because of the resurrection, we can also answer with him, "Thanks be to God, who delivers me through Jesus Christ our Lord." That's all from Romans 7:24-25. The resurrection gives us something to hope for in the future. While we struggle against sin today, we know that tomorrow sin will be gone. While our bodies are weak today, we know someday they will be strong. The gospel is our story. We too will be changed. Christ will transform our lowly bodies. They will no longer be subject to disease or age or sin or vanity. Christ will transform our characters to be like his. We will have no more inclination for lying. Our eyes won't covet our neighbor's stuff. As surely as Christ opened the eyes of the blind and stilled the storms, he will transform us. This is hope for us. Thanks be to God. As you journey on, go with the blessing of God. May the peace of the Lord Christ go with you wherever he may send you. May he guide you through the wilderness, protect you through the storm. May your day end with rejoicing at the wonders he has shown you. May you rest in his provision as he brings night, and then new dawn.